So, Godot is a relatively new, but nonetheless a popular game engine. It's capable of high quality 2D and 3D games, but in particular, it's 100% free and open source. To contextualize, Unity decided to set fire to the entire game dev community, and well, just about everyone is mad about it. So, I took this as an opportunity to learn a new game engine. I'll be using Godot's native language called GDScript. This is because I figured that the custom language would most likely have better optimization and support. As for the game idea, I'm simply just remaking the first game that I made in Unity. Basically, you just play as a ball that can roll around, and the aim of the game is to complete each level without dying. So I opened up a new project and got to work. First, I made a sphere that will be our player. The player doesn't actually do anything though, so we'll have to create a script. Getting the player to move was light work with these simple lines of code. Then I coded the camera to follow the player, and then I normalized the movement. So, time to add some more stuff because there's just a ball rolling around and that's kinda lame. I made some lava by changing the offset of a Perlin noise texture over time, and the level will restart once you touch the lava. I added a jump pad thing that will launch the player, cause just why not? After that, I created some collectible coins and added some simple UI. So, at the moment, the game is very easy because there's no obstacles. So to fix that, I added these big red balls, and using an animation player, I can make them swing back and forth. Currently, the game is looking pretty bad, so I spent some time spicing up the graphics. I removed the lava and replaced it with clouds. I gave the ground a nice texture, improved the lighting, and also actually modelled a coin in Blender. Now, if you've played any games before, you've probably noticed that they typically have a main menu. So I added this basic menu scene, and now you can actually play the game. I then also whipped up a quick pause menu. The game is actually kind of playable now, but to make sure no one notices, I'll just polish it a bit more to cover up the terrible gameplay. I created some sound effects with JSFXR and implemented them into the game. Then I made a juicy effect for when you pick up a coin, using Godot's particle system. No hate to Godot, but I think that Unity's particle system is far superior. Now the gameplay still sucks, but at least it looks good and sounds good. The last major thing to do is make some levels, but if you know me then you know that I'm kinda lazy, and guess what? Lazy people don't enjoy having to make a load of levels. So to work around this, I'm going to make an infinite level generator to make the levels for me. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, you're welcome. Smash like for more inspirational quotes. Anyways, to do this, I create modular level component scenes which have a start and end position. These components can be linked together to form any level. New components are spawned infinitely with some variance on the x-axis. To make the game get progressively harder, I made inherited scenes of each component with slight changes based on the difficulty. Harder level components are introduced gradually as you progress through the level. There are 3 different types of level components. Basic, which are just plain ground with nothing on them. We have a straight, a slope, a ramp, and rails. Next we have the special, which are just straights but with extra components on top. We have the jump pad and the swinging balls. And finally, the enemy type, but I actually haven't made one of these yet, so yeah. My idea for the enemy is a flying turret drone that hovers in place while shooting projectiles that can knock you off the stage. First, I modelled the drone in Blender and imported it directly to Godot. I animated it to hover up and down and implemented rotating propellers. Then I yoinked a helicopter sound and added it to the enemy. This is cool and all, but the drone doesn't do anything, so I gave it the ability to shoot explosive balls. We also need some kind of score system, so now you get 10 points every unit of distance you go, and there is a score multiplier that increases as you go faster. Then I again borrowed some sounds from the internet. Then I found a really nice speedline shader on Godot shaders. Thanks Accelerate, very cool. All put together, it feels really good. One thing that I've never done before is adding controller support. This was actually extremely simple to do with Godot's input system. You can't see on screen, but I'm actually using my crusty PS4 controller. So, to finish the gameplay loop, I created an end screen displaying your last score as well as your high score. Also, your balls can go kaboom now. Your balls can go kaboom now. Finally, I made a custom saving and loading system with encryption to save your high score. So yeah, all that's left is to export the project, then upload the game to itch.io. If you want to play, it's available on Windows, Linux and Mac. Links down below. I was thinking of making this into a mobile game, but please let me know what you think. Unity is more comfortable to work with, but for now I'm switching to Godot. But anyhow, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for watching. Make sure to smash like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and smash dislike if you didn't. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.